From faith-based recovery programs to dating Renée Zellweger, Anstead's life is unrecognizable since his rocky divorce from Christina Hall. Anstead was honest about how his divorce from Christina Hall left him feeling unhealthy. He told People magazine, "It really hit me hard, the impact on me, my sleep, my diet, my stress, it showed." Anstead shared with his Instagram followers that Create the Love's breakup recovery course helped him get in control of his own destiny. Anstead didn't stop his healing work there either. He also took part in a faith-based program called Rise Up Kings. Anstead not only shared some of the physical work he did with the group on Instagram, he told E! News how his faith in general helped him overcome his breakup. He said, "I really leaned into it and I found real solace and security, particularly in my Bible study." After Anstead completed both programs, he shared that he was ready to move on with a fresh start. Following his split from Hall, Anstead focused on his 3 kids. The former Craft It Yourself star has 2 teenage children, Amelie and Archie, from his first marriage, and a young son, Hudson, whom he shares with Hall. Anstead credits Hudson in particular for helping him get through his divorce, telling People magazine, "He's filled my heart. He really saved me." Despite his busy TV schedule, it's been reported that Anstead makes spending time with his children a priority. In March 2023, he shared that he took an overnight flight to be at Archie's rugby tournament in London, and in April, Anstead posted about taking Hudson to Disneyland in California. He then shared that they all came together for a family party later that month. Anstead is no stranger to co-parenting, as he shares 2 children with his first ex-wife. When he and Christina Hall divorced, he acknowledged that co-parenting can get complicated and messy, but he was determined to do right by their son, Hudson. Anstead has maintained a solid relationship with Amelie and Archie's mother, whom he was married to for over 20 years. He revealed to Us Weekly that they aren't only great friends, but FaceTime a few times a week about family matters. As for how he's co-parented his young son, Hudson, with Hall, well, that seemingly hasn't been as easy, since the exes criticized each other's parenting style during a nasty custody battle. Anstead and Hall's co-parenting relationship once started on a good note, however, with Anstead telling People magazine in 2020 that each had no trouble getting time with their son when they asked for it. In April 2022, Anstead filed for full custody of Hudson. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Anstead felt Christina Hall put Hudson's health at risk after he was exposed to COVID-19 and got a severe sunburn when he was in her care. He also reportedly took issue with her smoking hallucinogenic toad venom.
What the fuck?
Additionally, Anstead claimed that Hall was mostly absent from Hudson's life and that when he was with her, she exploited him on her social media. Anstead continued to post Hudson on his Instagram, though, which led some people to wonder how his social media content is different from Hall's. Hall and Anstead continued to take digs at each other throughout their custody battle. Somehow, by November 2022, the two were able to agree on joint custody with alternate holidays. Anstead's divorce may have been a personal setback, but his next professional gig after their breakup was definitely a boost for his career. In 2021, he began hosting the show Celebrity IOU Joyride. The series was a spin-off of Property Brothers Drew and Jonathan Scott's home renovation series, Celebrity IOU.
Cars. Houses.
Cars!
Houses.
Cars!
Houses.
Cars!
Anstead championed the show, suggesting that it not only showcases car building and the private lives of celebrities, but has an emotional component as well. He told People magazine, "It has all the aspects you'd like from a show." The job appeared to be a long time coming for Anstead too, considering that he's been passionate about cars since childhood. He revealed on Access Hollywood that he actually built his first car when he was in high school. He said,
"And once I was bitten by the bug, I'm lucky enough to now do it as a career."
Outside of the mechanics, Anstead sure seems to enjoy palling around with celebrities. He gushed about working with James Marsden and even went on to date Bridget Jones' Diary star Renée Zellweger. After his relationship with Christina Hall drew to a close, Anstead was evidently inspired to channel his inner HGTV star and design his own home. The car builder first lived in a small rental apartment with nothing but his clothes for a few months after leaving his shared home with Hall. Anstead admitted to People magazine that he had felt uprooted during that time, but he eventually saw the good in the experience. He said, "Being held in that really simple space, not only has it meant I've ended up with the house of my dreams, but it's actually meant that I simplified my life." Getting the house of his dreams wasn't easy, though. It was taken off the market before he could buy it, and once he bought it, there was a lot of work to be done. But Anstead was willing to do the renovations for the home he called his Laguna Beach temple. The city meant a lot to Anstead, too, with him telling Laguna Beach magazine, "It became a safe haven for me at a time when such a private portion of my life was being played out publicly." In October 2022, Anstead listed his home for sale, though, telling People magazine that he didn't spend as much time in the abode as planned. Anstead's girlfriend, actor Renée Zellweger, probably had something to do with that. She put her Topanga house on the market after they started dating and rented a home right across the street from him in Laguna Beach. Anstead did end up accepting an offer months later on the temple because he felt he found the right person for his special house. He added, "It came at the right time for another property and a change in my personal life that I'm really pleased about." While car shows are nothing new for Anstead, it seems he took his TV career to the next level in spring 2023 by releasing his own docu-series Radford Reborn. Anstead had also starred in the Discovery Plus series Radford Returns in 2022, which not only has a similar name but shares a concept. The show centered around relaunching the famous and historic Radford Car Company. Radford Reborn is a 5-part docu-series on speed vision, which focuses on Anstead and his partner, Formula One driver Jenson Button, building the perfect car for the brand. For Anstead, it was the biggest challenge he's ever faced career-wise, considering that he not only competed against other high-end luxury car companies, but privately financed the whole project with just a few others. He told People magazine, "This is personally a huge risk for me." The series also depicts Anstead in a different light than his past shows. He explained he felt the show was authentic television and said, "You'll never find me in a show that has a fake deadline or a forced storyline." The car they created ended up winning an award at the 2022 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Anstead told People the company is moving into production and several car collectors around the world have already purchased vehicles as well. As for the series, Anstead reportedly has ideas for more seasons in the future if it works out. Anstead began dating actor Renée Zellweger after they worked together on the Discovery Plus series Celebrity IOU Joyride in 2021. It was a romance that Anstead apparently didn't see coming, telling People magazine, "Sometimes when things collide, they collide at the most obscure times when you least expect them." Unlike his relationship with Christina Hall, Anstead wanted to keep his romance with Zellweger private so they could enjoy it without the pressure. However, they were caught by paparazzi. Anstead told E! News, "We kept it secret for a while, and now unfortunately some pictures were taken and put out there." By September 2021, though, it seemed Anstead decided that they might as well go Instagram official, since he posted his first photo of them. He made it clear how smitten he was when he followed that up with a photo of them kissing in New Orleans. He even promoted her TV series The Thing About Pam and praised her classiness in the caption of another photo of them cuddling. It appears that Anstead's 3 children were just as taken with Zellweger. Anstead told Us Weekly that his eldest kids, Amelie and Archie, met her over FaceTime before they hung out in person. As for Anstead's baby, a source said to People magazine that she is always very playful and sweet with Hudson. Anstead's romance with Zellweger seems to be more than just a rebound relationship from Christina Hall, since they've spent so much time together. For example, in 2022, the couple reportedly spent Thanksgiving on a romantic adventure in Arizona before Zellweger later joined Anstead's family in the UK for Christmas. A tipster divulged to People magazine that it's a very normal relationship and both are committed long-term. In early 2023, another source told People that after 2 years of dating, the couple had bought their first home because they were ready to move in together. The insider dished, "They are very happy and in love." Anstead commemorated that 2-year mark with an Instagram post as well, sharing a video of him and Zellweger and writing, "2 years of magic." The notoriously private movie star has talked about their relationship too. She told Harper's Bazaar that she believes her late friend Nancy Ryder brought them together because she's why Zellweger went on Celebrity IOU Joyride and met Anstead. She said, "It made me smile to think on this. Yeah, the serendipity of it all." While it's unknown if marriage is in the cards for Anstead ever again, it appears he found his happily ever after with Zellweger regardless. So while Anstead's divorce from Hall led to some major life changes and transitions, many of those sure seem to be working out.
I'll be the judge of that.